We've got our first call coming in from Elena. Elena, how's it going? How can I help?
Hey, Christy, how are you today?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Absolutely. How can I help?
Okay, so I am just like you. I have a million ideas a minute. And my question is, I'm currently still working a regular 9 to 5, but with all these ideas, what do I do first? And once I figure out exactly what idea would work best for me, what's the first step I should take after that?
Okay, that's a great question. Let's start with, what's your goal for these ideas? Do you want to start a side business? Is that the plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is this going to be just additional income to supplement your full-time job, or are you hoping this is something that can grow long-term to replace your full-time job?
Okay, so I actually want it to be something to supplement my income now, because I have a larger long-term idea, which is going to be a nonprofit. So the money from this is actually going to fund the nonprofit in the beginning.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a quick answer, but I also, Elena, want to send you my course, Business Idea Bootcamp, and it literally is exactly for what you're asking for. This is my course that's going to show you how to not only brainstorm all of your ideas, and it sounds like you have a lot, which I love, I do too, but then you're going to test those ideas, put them through a series of tests to find your best business idea. So I'm going to send you that, but as a quick answer to your question, what I really want you to do is I want you to make it easy on yourself to win. Meaning, I want you to start with what you have. Your skills, your story, your strengths, your stuff. Because when you start with what you have, what happens is you get your idea to market quicker. You make money faster. You have more fun. You have more confidence. Everything happens faster for you, which is great when you're getting started, especially with a side business where you don't want this to be a long runway where you don't make money in a side business for 8 months. That's crazy. We want to make money fast, get our confidence up fast, and get this thing going. So when you start with what you have, that's going to be a good filter for you to put your ideas through. Because you may have some ideas that sound really cool, but they're going to take a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of skills you have to go learn. Instead, start with what you have. And when you do that, that'll help you narrow it down to those ideas that are the quickest wins, the lowest hanging fruit, that type of thing. Now, I do want to tell you that if it's possible to find an idea that meets that criteria, where you can start fast, win fast, get to market quicker and that type of thing, that is somehow in line with your bigger idea, your nonprofit idea, that would be even better. That would be ideal, because what's happening then is you're baby stepping your way into your big idea. You're not going to, for example, Elena, start a sewing business over here and allow that sewing business to fund the bigger nonprofit in feeding the homeless, where those things are completely unrelated. Instead, what if you started a side business somehow in the arena, the same lane as where your ultimate goal is? Then not only is it funding that bigger idea, but you're, with every step, with every expansion, with every growth, with everything that you're doing, you're branding yourself in that space as an expert in that space. So then when you do the nonprofit, when you grow to that next level, it's the next logical step, and people already know you as that person, as an expert in that space. It feels like a natural extension of what you've already been doing on the side. So you don't have to. You definitely can try the strategy of get a side business to fund the bigger dream. And those can be unrelated. But man, if you can find an idea that you can start quick, that will move you in the direction that's a baby version of the big idea, that would be my best advice for you. That's going to set you up to where you're already collecting emails and building a tribe and getting your social media impact up in the direction of where you want to go. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. That actually helps a lot, because it kind of helped me kind of compartmentalize a lot of my ideas. So the biggest two that actually stood out were food and teenagers.
Okay.
The food is for now and teenagers is for later. So, and teenagers love food.
Don't they, though?
Yeah, that's... So, yeah, that's perfect. That sounds great.
Awesome.
And thank you for your gift. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Elena, and here's the thing. I want to give you one last word of encouragement around having all the ideas. Just because you can't have businesses from all of those ideas doesn't mean you can't dabble in them. You can have hobbies. You can have volunteer opportunities. You can still play with some of your ideas. It doesn't mean you have to abandon them, but you do want to have focus if you want to be successful in one specific area. And I definitely think that the course, Business Idea Bootcamp will help you get started. So if you stay on the line, we will take care of you and make sure you get that course, and that'll help you even refine further what you want to do with food and teenagers. I love that. Love that idea. And I can tell you guys, I have 2 boys. They are almost 4 and 2, and they already eat a lot. Like, I've got a Costco membership, but like by the time they're teenagers and have their friends over, they're going to eat me out of house and home. So I understand that definitely that's a great idea. Food and teenagers, that's a good starting point for a great idea. You know, this is a really great question about what do you do with all your ideas? You know, I know some people have 2 different struggles when they're in the dreamer stage. The way that I describe it is this. If you're a dreamer, meaning you want to do something but you're not sure what, typically I've noticed that my dreamers fall in one of 2 categories. Either they're like Elena. They are the Jane of all trades. They have 1,000 ideas a minute, and before they can even really dig into one of those ideas, well, they have 100 new ideas. Well, they get frustrated and stuck because how do they know which idea is the right idea? Which idea is the best idea for them? That can be frustrating. Well, then on the other end of the spectrum, we have what I call the blank slate Bettys. Now, the blank slate Bettys would be the dreamers that they have no ideas. I don't know what this is like because I have so many ideas, but that's a struggle for the dreamers where they want to do something, but they're not sure what, and they're not sure how to brainstorm. Where do ideas even come from? How do people come up with business ideas? Do they just fall out of the sky? Does the idea fairy just bring them to them? Like, how does that work?